Hey guys, I want to introduce a training system to you today that's going to be really effective as part of your body transformation programming. And it's also going to be really effective if you have to train under single set conditions. So at the time of this video, obviously we're under restrictions with coronavirus. In commercial gyms, typically speaking, you're going to be limited to single station, single exercise based programs. So you're not going to be able to superset, tri-set, giant set, do all the things that you might have done before. And ultimately, we've got to think a little bit deeper around how we're going to get around that so that we can see fantastic body transformation results. And one of these systems that we could use is this one. So the incomplete rest protocol or the insufficient rest protocol. So I'm going to talk about this system and how this can be really effective for you to start implementing in your training programs and in your sessions. So primarily this is going to be a local metabolic stimulus. So we're going to be challenging the system at a muscle cell level. So we're going to get a lot of adaptations. So this could be perfect for an upper lower split, or it could even be a body part split training program that we would actually use. We're going to get a lot of adaptations in individual muscle cells themselves. So some of these adaptations that we're going to see from the incomplete rest, insufficient rest protocol, we're going to see improvements in fatty acid metabolism. We're going to see improvements in glucose metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism. We're going to see how the body actually deals better with lactic acid waste products. So because you're training under incomplete rest conditions, you're going to create a lot of waste products, which in turn is actually going to create a higher demand for energy. Now, obviously, as we continue that demand for energy, we're going to start seeing a lag in respect to what we've got stored and what we can use to create further energy, what we might have to recycle to support the systems that create energy. And then ultimately, we're going to see the breakdown of energy systems. So we're going to start seeing that drop off in energy production that leads to the activation of particular pathways that are going to help us in terms of fuel use and going to help us if we're looking to see metabolic changes that allow us to fit this program into a fat loss, weight loss program. So we're going to see mitochondrial biogenesis as well. So this is where at a cellular level we start creating more of the places where we create energy. If we think about it like this, the muscle cells are under such high demand to constantly create energy, to constantly turn over nutrients and push them into that cell to continue to actually train and continue performance, that now we're going to need more of these places to help continue that work. So this is another important adaptation we're going to get. And because of that, we're also going to see enhanced glycogen capacity within the muscle cells themselves. So we're going to see an improvement in carbohydrate tolerance and then ultimately carbohydrate storage, again, dependent on your starting position, dependent on your last training phase, dependent on your current body fat levels, and also dependent on your current nutritional status. So lots to think about. Now, this program is a concentric dominant program where we're actually going to focus massively on where we're bringing the muscles into a short position, the muscle fibers into a short position and not necessarily the lengthened position. So we're going to spend less time in the lengthening phase and more time in the shortening phase. And the method that I'm going to bring to you today is going to be the classic Gironda 8x8 training system. So popularized by Vince Gironda. The 8x8 system is exactly what it says on the tin. So we're going to perform 8 sets of 8 reps. Now we're going to do this in single set format. So we aren't going to move on to another exercise until we've fully completed those 8 sets of 8 reps. Now your rest period, typically speaking, is going to be anywhere between 30 to 75 seconds. Remember, the goal of this program is to achieve insufficient rest and also continue training performance. We're not training to failure here. So it isn't going to be a case of your last few reps you're taken to absolute failure, because ultimately you aren't going to be able to continue with repeated efforts. So we're looking to get the metabolic effect and not necessarily to see, obviously, breakdown of fibers. So we're not looking to see the destruction of those fibers and then a different stimulus, which is a different program. So 8x8. The first exercise that we're going to start with is a lion leg curl. So this is a typical leg day that you could use. to use in incomplete rest as part of your training systems. The exercise that we're going to follow that with is going to be a squat. So we've picked pendulum squats. For you, that could be a different squat machine. It could be a back squat. Ideally, we want to work in a safer environment where everything is stable. So this is very, very easily applied to machines and stations. But if you've got a training age that's particularly high, you've got a training experience that's particularly high, and obviously you can maintain form, then obviously free weights can be included as well. Then we've got a leg extension, then we've got a hip thrust, and you can also tag in one exercise for single leg work, like a split squat, whether it be rear foot elevated or front foot elevated, depending on whether you're looking to be glute and hamstring dominant or whether you're looking to be quad dominant. So all in all, this gives you an actual blueprint, a platform to train around your restrictions. And if you're able to train around your restrictions, you're able to train hard, you're able to get the stimulus in that you want to get in, that's going to lead to the adaptations, that lead to the results, then exactly why would you not want to do that? Of course you're going to want to do that. And when it comes to program design for clients that I work with both face-to-face and online, the incomplete rest protocol, the insufficient rest protocol is something that I like to use from time to time, and it's definitely one that I like to use in current situations where supersets can't be used and we can't do other advanced programs. So there's no reason why you need to dilute your training when we can do this. So if you do need any help with your programming, with your nutrition, and how this all fits into a grander picture in terms of your overall body transformation, then I've applied a link to this video where you can find out more about my online coaching systems. It's called Transform in 12, where I will actually work with you online and personalize your nutritional systems and your training programs so that we start seeing the results that ultimately you're looking for, so that you've got the tools, you've got the accountability, and you've also got the support to finally see the results that you want. So go ahead and click that link. If you have any questions on this program, then feel free to drop those in the comment section below, and I will see you again soon.